Ken here with DYC Studios, and we are in the business area of Gamescom, and right now we're over at Cherry XTRFY, and I have Kalle with me. Can you tell me a little bit about Cherry and how Cherry began?
I can, of course, do that. And first of all, it's good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, we're here today to talk about some upcoming products that we are releasing actually today from Cherry XTRFY. And yeah, some might know Cherry, especially as a legendary brand within gaming, since they were actually the ones that were getting the people the mechanical switches of the gaming keyboards. So I would say that's basically what people, or how people know Cherry. And also from last year, Cherry acquired XTRFY, a Swedish brand, peripheral brand that's really into esports, that kind of gaming, with a lot of gaming stuff.
I love that. So it's producing a product that is not just for casual gamers, but actually also pro gamers, the way it sounds.
Yeah, that's true. From XTRFY side, we actually have a long history working with professional players since the brand was coexisting with an esport organization back in the days. So yeah, we have a lot of products that's leaning more towards esports, but at the same time, of course, a lot of products too that's for everyone.
Right, I think that sounds really awesome. We are going to dive in now and show you some of the latest tech from Cherry XTRFY.
Products that we got, so it's the M64, which is the ergonomical mouse, and the M68, which is our new symmetrical mouse. So, start with the M68. You have two different kind of models within the M68 range, and that is the Pro version and the standard version. So this one is just called the M68 Wireless, and you have the Pro version, which is the Pro Wireless. The biggest difference between these two is that the Pro version is an 8K mouse. So you have an 8,000 hertz polling rate. So what that is, it's basically that it sends the information 8 times per millisecond to the computer. So if you're looking for a really fast mouse, if you're, for example, a competitive guy and playing tournaments and stuff, and you really want the cutting edge technology that's on the market, you should definitely go for the Pro version. So the regular M68, so to speak, is a 1K mouse, so it's a regular 1000 hertz mouse. Except for that, it got the exact same internals and components as the Pro version. So yeah, like I said, the biggest difference here is if you want the 8K version or the 1K version. So the regular M68 comes in at 99 euros or dollars, and the Pro version is at 139.
So that's fine.
One other difference between these two is that the Pro version comes in black or white, but with the non-Pro version, you're also adding the blue color.
That's
What you also can see that is actually the same for both the M68 and the M64, except for the shape, is that you have a really low button height on the mouse. So the idea behind this is basically if you have, I like to give the example, if I'm writing something or like I'm drawing something on a paper, when I'm doing these small adjustments of small prints, I tend to move my fingers more down close to the paper to like really get the small movements. And this was kind of the idea behind this low button height. As you move, you can actually move your fingers closer to the mouse pad, and therefore it gives you better control of the mouse.
Right.
So this feature we have both on the M68 and the M64. So I would say that's really a unique feature on these Cherry XTRFY mice, where you have the really low button height. Moving to the M64 then, the exact same internals as the M68. Also, you have a Pro version and a non-Pro version, so 8K and 1K. The biggest difference between the M68 and the 64 is the shape, where the 68 is a symmetrical mouse and the M64 is a ergonomic mouse. And you can really tell by the kind of aggressive curve on the side. It really fits good if you like an ergonomical mouse. Also, the curve in the mouse button 1 and 2, so you have these nice curves to also give you better control. And that is a feature both with the M68 and the 64. A cool thing that I would like to mention too is that according to external testing, the 8K models are actually the fastest mice on the market right now. So you have a click latency, it's 0.3 milliseconds if I'm not mistaken. So according to external testing, like I said, we have the fastest mouse on the market, and that's really cool. And I know there's a lot of other companies doing 8K mice, but apparently we've done something right implementing the technology into our kind of mice. So spec-wise, yeah, you can choose debound settings, CPI settings, and everything. I bet that Kenneth will put the specs with these mice, as well as the links where you can find them. So I won't talk too much about settings. What I can say is that another feature that we've done for a long time with the MX2A and now also Cherry XTRFY is that these mice, since they are angling a little bit more towards the pro player and a competitive kind of player, we don't have any software with these mice. So every setting that you can do on these mice, you can actually do right, yeah, you can do that on the mice itself. Which is kind of cool. And I mean, there's a simple idea behind it, and that is,
Yes, sir.
since we are working a lot with pro players, when they are going to different tournaments and stuff, they don't often want to install software on every computer they will be playing at. And also at some kind of tournaments, they are not allowed to install software. So I mean, that was the reason behind the no software strategy on these mice. So yeah, these are our newest high-end mice, so the M68 and the M64. So I'm jumping now to a mouse called the M50 series, which is our new mid-range series. And yeah, you have the wired version and the wireless version. So with the wired version, still good components. You have a PixArt sensor, you have the same Huano switches as in the M68 and M64. So good components, but more angled towards the non-pro players and basically for every gamer out there who wants a good mouse for good quality and a lot of bang for the bucks. So the wired version comes in at $49. And the wireless version is $79. It looks like a symmetrical mouse when you see it up front, but it's actually an ergonomical mouse, so you actually have to feel it, and then you can tell you have the small curvature on the left side of the mouse, so you can feel that it's ergonomical, but it's not as aggressive as the M64. So I would say the M50 suits basically everyone who wants a solid gaming mouse, actually. With the wireless version, you also have the USB dongle, so 2.4 gigahertz, but you can also connect it with Bluetooth, and you can play with it wired as well. Since there's a battery and also RGB on the wireless version, it will bump up the weight a bit. So this one is 89 grams and the wired version is 69. So a bit different in the weight as well. What I can also mention is that you have another kind of scroll wheel on the wireless one, which is the 4D scroll wheel, so you can scroll horizontally as well. So yeah, M68, M64, more towards the kind of player that wants to be more in the high-end kind of segments, but also the pro players and the competitive players. M50 is for everyone who likes gaming, but don't want to spend the money that the M68 and M64 is priced at. So a good all-around mice. all of them, I would say. So it comes down to shape and price, I would say, and also if you want 8K or 1K. So yeah, that would be the mice. All right, so enough with the mice. We are now jumping into the new keyboard, and we are releasing today as well. So this is the Cherry XTRFY MX 3.1. It's actually based on the predecessor, which were the 3.0S, but it's been pretty much redesigned in every aspect, and especially it's the first full-size gaming keyboard with the new Cherry MX2A Switches. So to start talking a bit about the MX2A Switch, I bet a lot of you guys know the MX Switch already, but it's pretty much been out there since these last 30 years. So we really felt that it was time to improve it. So the guys at the factory basically broke down every single piece of the MX Switch, and they added a new spring, new materials. They have been pre-lubed, so it still carries that legendary MX name, but it's really a brand new Switch, to be honest. With this keyboard, this will be available with the red and the brown Switch. So we have both a linear version and a tactile version. It will also be available in black and white, and in Asia you can also get it in pink. So what I think are the coolest part about this keyboard is that it's a really sturdy keyboard. So except for the new switches and the feel when you're typing or gaming on it, you can actually feel the weight of it. It comes in at over 1 kilo. And it's got aluminium housing, but what's really cool about it is that it's been molded into one piece. So yeah, you can really tell by feeling it. It's a really durable and sturdy keyboard. So I would say for everyone that is looking at a new gaming full-size keyboard, they should definitely give this a look, as it's got the new pre-lubed switches, and it's, like I said, really durable. I would say it fits everyone that wants to game. And yeah, red or brown switches, it comes in at 129 euros. Available in black or white, and if you're living in Asia, you can also get it in pink. So yeah, really cool keyboard. We're really excited to get this out on the market. All right, so I want to end with the two new colorways on our already existing GP5 mousepad, but we wanted to bring out some colors into the GP5. So we have the new Amnis blue version, that this one is called, and we also are releasing a black one. So fully black one and the Amnis blue. The GP5 mousepad is actually being used quite a lot by professional players. If you were in Cologne this weekend right before Gamescom, you probably saw the Counter-Strike tournament, which Team Vitality won, and they actually using the GP5 mousepads. So the new mousepads will be available in medium, large, and the XL size, which you can see here. And yeah, except for these two colors, there are really a lot of different ones where you can see at cherryxtrfy.com, for example. And if you're at Gamescom this weekend, you can go to SK Gaming's booth, where they are actually launching their own branded GP5 mousepad as well, which is really cool. So yeah, if you're into a speed kind of mousepad, you should definitely look into the GP5 mousepad series.
Oh, wow.
So we've seen some amazing mice, keyboards, mousepad. I am super stoked, and I think this is going to be really cool. Now, if people are trying to find Cherry XTRFY online, I'm guessing you guys have a website, so I'll put that in the description, but are you on other social media by chance?
By chance we are, of course. We're on X as Cherry XTRFY. Facebook, of course, also as Cherry XTRFY. And you can find us online. Our websites are cherryxtrfy.com and also cherry.com. So yeah.
And I'm guessing you guys are also on LinkedIn for people that are interested in corporate reasons or potential collaborations, correct?
That's correct. That's correct. That's Cherry.
There you go. So LinkedIn, Cherry, I will have all these for you guys in the description down below. That way you guys can find it super easy. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for showing me all these amazing, cool products.
Thank you, and thanks for coming.
All right, we have more from Gamescom. So guys, happy creating, and we'll catch you on the flip side.